Yes, a very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for keeping it with us, following our work in terms of programs, news, and everything that we come up with. It has been a very tight season of forming government ever since we had elections on the 15th of January this very year. The main sale of government is those local government units. We have seen the swearing in, forming of councils, swearing in of the councils, the speakers at the different levels. LC2, LC3, town councils, municipalities and districts. Then come to the center. We had the speakership elections, Speaker of Parliament. It had a lot of stories and we discussed them here in news and on this very program. Then we went to, it started with the swearing in of the MPs. They took oath. We had the speaker elected. It had its own drama. Then the president swore in. From there, we had other things as they had have unfolded. The parliament went to approve their appointed ministers, especially they sat as a whole plenary to approve prime minister and vice president as per the law. Then they have vetted the ministers appointed by the president. It is a list. There are new ones and other old-timers that have bounced back and things like that. Then we now wait to see Parliament start doing its real work and all other government units. Maybe the remaining bit is the swearing in of the ministers designate that we have not yet seen. Yesterday, His Excellency the President addressed the State of the Nation. Yesterday, His Excellency the President addressed the nation in the annual State of the Nation address, which precedes the budget reading, and we are waiting for it. So that is the kind of situation as it has unfolded in as far as government forming is concerned. I am going to talk to a member of the new parliament, the 12th parliament. He's also a new member, but seeming very ready to give it to us as Ugandans, and of course we shall be here to see. Yes, he is a member of parliament representing Buhweju West, and we want to get to know, because we can't have all of them, but the new ones, how do they see things? What do they see right? What are they bringing on the table as they outsmarted the old timers? His name is the Honorable Dr. Engineer Koy Kariisa. He's the representative of Buhweju West. Honorable, we're so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
How was it like to make it to Parliament? I've ever had an MP on this show who didn't make it, but he told me I spent 1.2 billion, but still I did not win. How easy was it for you?
Yeah, apparently, I have been part of society, even from my childhood when I was in the secondary school and in the university. I kept on engaging society to encourage students on what they need to do, what are their priorities. And even when I started working, I kept engaging society, parents on letting them understand how education is important, even on how they can help themselves to build their incomes at home. So personally, it was not a very hard situation because people knew me and they understood my intentions to the society, and I was always engaged with them. So we went into a campaign because I'm an NRM, I'm in the NRM party. We first went into campaigns.
Hot primaries.
Hot primaries, they were very hot. I had the other NRM cadres who were competing with me, including the incumbent then.
Who is that incumbent?
The incumbent was the Honorable Ephraim Biraro.
Oh, okay.
Yes, who was a member of parliament, and it was his second time in parliament. So, but we went to explain to the people. And I had a very organized, well formulated manifesto that looked at, that was dubbed economic freedom, an agenda that I presented to the people, and I looked at how we can improve the incomes of the people from the grassroots, bottom-up approach, and up to the top. And I elaborated it very well. And in Buhweju, specifically Buhweju West, we have quite a number of activities that were looked at where people get income.
Looking at our people in Buhweju, yes. What kind of people are they? What are their economic activities? How do they survive? What kind of challenges do they face as an area?
The people of Buhweju, there are quite a number of, they come from different areas with different mix-up. We have the people of Banyankore origin in Buhweju West. We have people of Bachiga origin in Buhweju West. We have people of Manyarwanda origin in Buhweju West. And we also have the Bakonjo in Buhweju West. So it is a society that is well mixed up. But we are common in so many things. Number one, most of the people grow tea as the biggest source of income. And the other activity that is there, that is very pronounced, is the gold mining. Another good activity that is starting right now is about tourism, because there are a lot of tourism activities happening. And also we have coffee. Coffee growing is also very prominent.
Honorable, the expectation we normally have about all the entire Western Uganda. You have mentioned tea, gold mining, coffee growing.
We have tourism, and also fruits. The hash of avocado is also taking root.
Dairy farming is not even among the 5?
No, it's not in the first 5.
Hey!
Yeah, because the Buhweju, unlike most of the Ankore areas, Buhweju is hilly. Everywhere you go, you are hills. So dairy farming, the common dairy farming is not very pronounced. But what we are starting now is to do zero grazing, where we plant pasture, we harvest pasture, and also be able to feed the animals under across the area. Otherwise, in the hills, the cows which are there, they don't produce enough milk because of the distance moved to go take water, come back. So that is why it is not very well pronounced.
How about gardening?
Yeah, gardening, we are doing it, first of all.
But still it's not among the first 5.
What?
But it's not among the first 5.
What? The
gardening farming?
No, gardening farming is there, especially for bananas, for food.
But still it's not among the top 5?
Not among the top 5.
As a new member of parliament, what is the experience like at parliament with people from different parts of the country, with different... Most of whatever is happening is a new experience. Yes, you have had an orientation, but give us a picture of the kind of environment a new MP goes through.
The feel of being an MP and on how it is started from Chankwanzi, where we went as members of parliament for the NRM, and we had a lot of discussions with the president and other ministers and other people
running government at that time.
Yes, to show us a direction on where this country needs to go. And what was prominent was the need to grow the economy of this country by 10-fold. And this is growing it from 50 billion US dollars today to 500 billion by 2040. And this was very important. And they showed us the strategy of looking at agro-industrialization, looking at the mineral beneficiation, looking at tourism and travel, looking at science and technology. So once we looked into that, then we started formulating our minds. Of course, we had all these other members from different areas.
Yes.
And we had the network. You could see different members, ask them about their prospects in their areas, about what they think about the future. And I can assure you, I met very enthusiastic leaders who are now ready to participate in the growth of this country from where it is today.
Each one from where they come from.
Wherever they are,
have different ideas.
All of them have different ideas, but with serious interest in seeing the country grow. Now, as we transit, we came into here, Kampala, and we have been meeting during orientation, going to parliament, seeing on how they can allocate offices, all that has been happening. What I can assure you, I'm very, very excited because we are meeting different people, different leaders from different regions, all of them with the cardinal aim of ensuring that their areas and combined this Uganda becomes a better country to live in. So all of us now are strategically interested in ensuring that the laws that we shall bring in, the bills which will come in and we enact,
and all your other contributions,
and all our other contributions, all of them are aligned towards the growth, the incomes of our people, the well-being of the ordinary person, and this is the way to go.
Your first job as the MPs was the election of the Speaker.
Yes.
You guys who are new, yes, with the stories that you found in Parliament, yes, and the whole situation, yes, did it confuse you? How did you fit in?
It has been a bit sim, because what happened is that while we had finished our elections and we are now NRM elect members of Parliament, yes, during those times of engagements, the document came out from the Central Executive Committee of NRM, and they said that they had, even it was signed by the chairman, who is the president, that they had decided that basing on what had been happening before, yes, that the incumbent by then, the Speaker of 11th Parliament and her deputy would become NRM flag bearers in the proceeding election for the 12th Parliament. Yes. Then when we were in Chankwanzi, and one of the members of Parliament, Erion, who has actually been designated as the State Minister for ICT, when he was speaking, he also told His Excellency the President that he was going to stand for the Speaker of Parliament. Yes. And while His Excellency was answering questions and reacting on what different members had said, His Excellency the President also re-echoed the same message. He said, as the Central Executive Committee of NRM, we had decided, those are his words, we had decided that the incumbent Speaker and the Deputy be taken on for the 12th Parliament because of the performance and what had been happening before. But he said that the Central Executive Committee, they are not the voters, that they will bring to us those names and tell us why they brought them. And we left Chankwanzi, we were here in Kampala and preparing towards the time of going to elect the Speaker. I think like it was a week, a few other things started unfolding, and we heard that there was an investigation about the current Speaker over the previous Speaker over various issues related to corruption and other things. But for us as members of NRM, we kept waiting for the time when we would go for our NRM caucus and decisions would be made under the caucus position. But it was also after, towards like 2 days towards the caucus, we saw the Speaker of the 12th Parliament on her X writing that she had withdrawn her candidature from the Speaker, and also of course, yes, even the candidature of both started coming in, and when we reached in Entebbe, during the caucus, now the caucus came in and they introduced to us all those other factors, and the caucus endorsed both, the Right Honourable both, and Right Honourable Thomas Tayebwa. And indeed, when we went to elect the Speaker, we as members of NRM,
you already had
going by our of the caucus, we had two candidates, Right Honourable both and Right Honourable Thomas Tayebwa, and we indeed voted, and even members who were not for NRM, considering the numbers, they also added on the votes, and they won overwhelmingly.
Do you see any disrespect among senior members, welcome embracement, other people at Parliament. I covered the swearing in and I saw there are people giving out papers. We are money lenders if you need a loan. We are selling cars. Give us a picture of how a new MP goes about that. Relationship with senior people, because you have colleagues who have been there for 10 years. How do they handle you, the newcomers? You have these people that come around Parliament. Ourselves, the journalists, how do we handle you? These business people, the money lenders and whoever. What is the experience like?
Unlike treatments in schools and other new places where we go, I have found Parliament a bit unique. And I think the uniqueness comes in that whoever qualifies to become a member of Parliament and whoever wins an election, it is a very serious struggle. Everybody understands that you have gone through a serious process.
How can somebody bully you because he has been here for more time?
Because I have seen them, they all welcome us. Because some of them, yes, they have been here, but they have ever lost direction. Okay. Maybe went for a break for 5 years and they come back. Some of them have been winning, but they know the winning has not been easy. So what I have realized is that everybody is well embracing, everybody is welcoming, and to some extent they come out. They are ready even to explain to us what we don't know and what we ought to know. They are ready to tell you about committees, what do they do, what is done where. So I thank the old members of Parliament who are there for the good welcome. To the other people, the journalists, oh my God, they are very interested. They are not focusing on only the old guys. They are also interested in us, the young people.
They want to know what you, the new people, think.
Because I believe they feel that we have come with some new ideas. They feel they can also, we can be on air and be seen. I think that is very important. To these other providers, the money lenders, the people from insurance, there are so many. They are very interested and targeting members of Parliament.
Honorable, have they approached you, money lenders?
True, they have come, but my worry is the rate of their coming is too much. 2-3 people call every day. This is a clientele of 529 people. I wonder how all banks and everybody are interested in this small clientele. And I think I have a feeling that there should be, with banks and financial institutions, they also need to go and focus on the ordinary people, because ordinary people are the base, of the economy.
These people are looking for a clientele with the commodity they handle, money. Their view is that there is money at Parliament. They look at you people as you're going to earn what and what and what, so they think you have the money to keep with them, to borrow from them, and things like that. Don't you think they are chasing the right market?
In my opinion, yes, it is some market. But if I was a manager of a financial institution, yes, it would be my target, see how many I can get from there. But I think for purposes of growth of this nation, like they are giving, most of the banks are giving at 14%, I think 13 and up to 15. But they cannot give this rate to the ordinary person in the village. Okay. They want to give 22% interest rate to the ordinary farmer who has a lot of problems, and they want to give 14% to a member of Parliament. Because for them, yes, they see this money is safe, they will get it. But does it help the economy to grow? They are targeting a small group when the bigger group that influences the economy is not catered for. So I think the financial institutions need to look out there at the 45 million people out there who are the base of the economy.
Thank you so much, Honorable. Let's take a short break. We return with more.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Do you hear it? Do you see it?
In Uganda, Tanzania.
That's the sound of business in a developing economy.
For UBC News,
Charlotte Amuge in Kampala.
Catch the weekly business roundup every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. only on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
UBC One-on-One, thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. We are still holding a discussion here, trying to get to look at the 12th Parliament and what expectations we have of them. In a way, looking at the new members and what they bring on the table, how they see things. Honorable, in your view, you have been at least 2-3 sittings, not so?
Yes.
And you have interacted with members right from Chankwanzi, voting the speaker. Yes. How would you describe the 12th Parliament with your speaker? What kind of hope can you give to Ugandans?
I have been in 2-3 sessions here in Parliament. I have observed very well our speaker and the deputy speaker. I have observed the members of Parliament from the interaction from Chankwanzi to the orientation and to these sittings we have had. What I can see in these members is the urge to make sure that the ordinary person comes out of poverty. And this is what we are looking at.
Where do you get this? In what they tell you, the conversations that you share? Where do you get this kind of...
First of all, I will tell you that His Excellency has taken us 2 times through the Musevenomics, the economic model that he believes that can build this society.
Yes.
While at Chankwanzi, and even here when he was giving his State of Nation address, the SONA. And I can assure you, he puts it on ground. He looks at the ordinary person, somebody with a family with 4 acres. What can they be able to do? And he also builds it up to the person with a bigger piece of land. He brings it to industrialization. He brings it to a bigger picture. For example, he categorically says that if you want your people to come out of poverty, number one, on the 4-acre model, they should look at dairy farming, that is zero grazing and having pasture. Number 2, they should be able to look at food production for 1 acre. Number 3, they can also look at coffee as a cash crop. Then they need also that is food, number 1, coffee, fruits, and pasture for dairy farming. Yes. Those are people with 4 acres. And I can assure you, most of our families we have behind us, most of them fall into that category. Definitely. Number 2, those people without land, with very small piece of land, he also tells them you can be able to look at poultry and be able to build, to put up a small structure where you can look after your chicken and other things and have eggs to sell. He does not only stop on talking, he demonstrates out the various groups he has visited who have followed that model and they have been
Honorable,
successful.
how does that all give you hope that our people at the grassroots will be touched?
The hope that we are getting is that all of us as leaders, we have made commitments within ourselves, with the president in caucus, that we are going down to the people and ensuring we will champion that agenda. And even His Excellency has also advised us, and he has told it even to Ugandans, that this money of giving the voters from a member of parliament doesn't work. He has advised us that let's follow his strategy that he used even when he was a student in 1960s, of going and ensuring that you rally people towards government programs and they are able to benefit from that. And he has also given us an open check. Get on ground, see what is happening, see the missing link, what is missing within what they are doing. Are they missing seedlings? Report to us and we see if we can provide seedlings. Are they missing starting capital? We have already put PDM, but we can also add there. So really, this is what is available and it is a model that can work.
Most of the time, when we look at the programs that and other initiatives that government comes up with to solve poverty problems especially, and other social and public challenges, they are limited with budgets. The implementation is there, the will and everything, but budget challenges. How do you think this can now be solved?
Let me tell you, you see, most of the people, especially in this country, sometimes it is looking at the sky when you are still on ground. People want to start big without starting small. You see, like PDM, the budget of PDM, for example, is there, and it is going to continue. Now, it is 1 million. 1 million to someone who is already in money economy, he may look at it as a small budget. Yes. But I can assure you, to someone who is starting, somebody who is making chapati, if you get wheat flour and cooking oil for 1 million, that is very big capital. I will tell you, when I was young, in 1985, 1986, my father went into exile in Tanzania. And my role at home, my mother would roast nuts for me, and I would be the one to go and sell the nuts, get money, come, we buy more nuts. I can assure you, whenever you would sell a kilo of roasted nuts, you would get money that would buy 2 kilograms of raw nuts. That means that that business was making, if you compare firewood and salt and other things, it was making a profit of almost 50 to 80%. So what I can assure you, with these low budget businesses, they make even much more money than the bigger businesses. So what I advise Ugandans is that the initiatives of government that is putting in place, like PDM, like Myoga, let us not look at that money as small money. Look at that money, identify areas of investment which bring out money very fast, and we are able to move forward. And I can assure you, these initiatives, the good thing, they are targeting people at the grassroots and people with low income. If these people at the grassroots start making money, we people who are already in the middle class, who have shops, who have stores, we shall get money. Because if an ordinary person in Pabo, in Gulu, doesn't have money to buy salt, the person who is selling salt in Guru City will not get customers. Definitely. So all of us Ugandans, let us embrace these programs which give money to the ordinary people so that people can be in the income.
In your area, yes. Let us take Buhweju as a sample.
Yes.
How would you rate the performance of the PDM?
To me, PDM is doing well, but it has some few shortfalls, yes, which I think need to be focused on in order to make it work better. Number one is that people need to be taken through some training to understand that this is not free money. because some people think it is free money, and when they get it, some marry the second wife, others buy gomeses and the like. So there is that challenge that is there, yeah, a new phone and other things. But I can see that the people who have gotten that money and they have put it in business, buying, some people buy coffee and they sell it immediately and they keep in that process. Some people buy tea and they take it to the factory and the factory gives them money and they go back and take there. Some people have invested in piggery. Some people have invested in other things. To some people it is working. Yes. To few people it's not working well. But another thing is that the corruption tendencies of some of the officers, the parish chiefs and others. Yes. And I can assure you that for us in Buhweju, we have a very serious chairman who has been on them. Some of them have been arrested. The RDC is very serious and they are ensuring that people get their money. So now, monitoring and training of the people getting money should become a continuous program such that this initiative can become.
There are people who think 100 million per parish is little money, especially those leaders from towns. Yes. They're saying one parish has almost 10,000 people. If you give me 100 million, it may not be enough. They give figures. Yes. What is your view about that? Plus the 1 million, there are people who think it is small.
Number one, my view about the numbers, where the parishes have very many numbers, bigger numbers, yes, it is true, because you will give 100, that means in a year you will give 500 in 5 years. Yes. So if you give 500 in 5 years in a parish, and you find maybe you have maybe almost 10,000 in a parish, that means in town you have done a very small percentage. So now, in my opinion, if it was possible, PDM amount distributed to an area would be in proportion with the population of how many people in a parish, what is the target we are looking at, and we give them according to that.
That basis?
Yes, but His Excellency also has stated it categorically clear that he's going to increase from 100 to 200 for the village parishes. And I think they are still studying the urban areas to come up with the figures. And I think most probably the figures, if I was in the seat to calculate that, would be based on the population. Now, the saying of 1 million is small. Yes, 1 million is not too much, but you cannot also call it too small, depending on what kind of investment you are going in. Now, looking at the economy of Uganda, which is now around 68.9 billion US dollars, I think for a government to make a decision and it puts 1 million per person, I think it is also a very good decision. Because you see, when you are going to put money in such kind of investment, it should also have a relationship with the level of economy. So I think Uganda, at the economy of 68.9 billion as of today, having 1 million, giving it to an individual as a startup business, to me, I think it is appropriate. I know the government would have wanted to give more, but the pocket is also not too big to be able to accommodate bigger.
As a new MP, when you heard that there is a list for new ministers, did you rush to look at it? Did you expect your name there?
Well, I must say that as a new member of parliament,
how much hope did you have that?
When people elected me as a member of parliament, that one alone pulled me from 45 million people to a sample space of 529 people who could be probably ministers of this country. And as an engineer, as a doctor with this wide expertise, and having worked with government for a very long time, being a royal cadre of NRM, having done a lot of work for NRM, even I built NRM a house, and having even been on the fight of ensuring that people recover out of poverty, I was also expecting, even today I still expect, if they give it to me today, I take it. But
when you don't get an expectation, yes, you are disappointed. So were you disappointed?
I never get disappointed in my life. Let me
But
tell you.
you had hope that your name would be there.
Yeah, it was a probability.
How did you feel when the list was there and
I'm not
you
there?
spelled all the names and yours was
I was
there?
like, okay. I was like, okay, now the strategy is different. I'm not on the list, but I'm a member of parliament of the
Because this list got names of new people like yourself.
Yes.
Maybe they were lucky. Let us leave it at that. But what is your view about the mixed reactions about this time the president bringing back his fellow veterans, old timers and very senior men? The Honorable Sam Ngola, the Honorable Jim Buhweju, the Honorable Tumukunde, a good number of them. What do you make of it?
Well, let me tell you, me, I told you I worked with the army for over 16 years. And in the army, the intention of the commander is supreme. Once a commander makes a decision, that decision is supreme. And I have to tell you that for the president to compose a team of ministers, he considers so many factors. Because Uganda is very big. You know, Uganda is so big that bringing it, Uganda has over 50 languages, people speaking different languages. Uganda has over 146 districts and people thinking differently. So bringing Uganda, bringing each and every village, over 72,000
Reflects in a
villages,
small group.
to be reflected in a small group of the cabinet is also a very big job to do. And when I see the president making a team, I do not want to judge him. But where I put myself is on that us as leaders, how can we contribute and work with that team, actually work for that team to ensure that the main goals of the government come to be accomplished. So you are talking about old people having come in. Yes, also they come in.
Their return caused some excitement.
Their return also come with experience. It does not also, it doesn't come with only old age, but it comes with experience, with mentorship. They are there now. And we have asked some of them. I was talking to Professor Kamuntu recently. I told them I was asking him that they need also to mentor us, such that by the time they grow very old, also we are there to be able to serve.
Okay.
So really, old people, they are welcome to. We shall work with them, and even the new people.
That's what I was going to ask you. That what do you then tell to your colleagues, the newcomers, whom the president has spotted to make ministers?
Yes. What I ask about the newcomers who have come is a question that also I ask ourselves, or I would tell every member of parliament who is there and who is in leadership, even the lower leaders. When you look at the president, there are some people who have kept with him, like the Kamuntus, the Kahindo Tafides, the Crispus Chiyongas. They have been with the president since 1970s up to today. I was asking Professor Kamuntu, what have you done or how have you behaved to ensure that the president has continuously
to keep his confidence in you,
put his confidence in you? And to me, what I ask all the leaders is that we must ensure that we work towards the objectives and the goals of the government and of our head of state to ensure that we do what he thinks we should do or what is good for this country. That the president, even our people, remain having confidence in us, remain knowing that we fight for the ordinary person, not for our own gain. And to me, this is what I would tell a minister, that please make sure that you are able to follow what the president wants, you are able to follow what the people of Uganda need, you are able to work for the people, not for yourself.
About the new timers, somebody was telling me, as a new MP, the president making you a minister is a very big challenge. It would be good to first be an MP for some time, then you can pray for this opportunity to come. If he gives you time to first get groomed, To him, he thinks this is a very big advantage. Do you count yourself lucky in that line?
No. No, I wouldn't lie you. Because let me tell you, people come with different expertise.
Yes.
There are people who have worked in different areas.
For him, he thinks you can mess up as a new person trying to balance as an MP in the village, in the parliament, then cabinet. You may mess up and the appointing authority gets rid of you, plus the voters.
Not at all, not at all. May I believe a cabinet is a high level in the executive where decisions are made and where you can easily make good contribution. Okay. Now, in circumstances, if your mind is set very well, and if you have had some experience like some of us, putting you on cabinet, I think, would be very good, and you would start on and be able to pursue the objectives of the country.
I now agree. You really had a lot of hope on it.
Me having it, I would have been very happy having it. But I also really thank the president, especially on the formulation of Ministry of Health.
Okay.
Because Minister of Health, he removed Dr. Chen, Chen. He put there Dr. Baryomunsi, and even he has a PS who is a doctor. Yes. If you can see how we handled COVID here, if you can see how Dr. Diana has been handling the ministry while the ministers were off, I have a feeling that technical backup of a technical ministry gives it a very big crowd, because now we have Ebola. The ministers are not yet put in place, but it has been Dr. Diana fighting, and I saw her talking last night that the Ebola patient that they were handling had now tested negative. So now we have zero Ebola, but still precautionary, we are on precaution. So the permanent secretary is able to run a ministry very carefully because she understands the ministry. Yep. So I thank that composition, and I believe in the greater future, if we can continuously compose.
Honorable, we are winding up. Yes. You are a whole 529 members. Yes. Plus ex-officials that the president has.
Making around 55 something.
Thank you.
Yes.
But you must shine. People in Buhweju must see you really doing good work at the floor or in parliament. Yes. How are you going to flex to see that you get space? What strategy are you coming in with? Number one is that I need to understand what is being discussed. I'm a very good researcher. I have a PhD. I have researched. So my take is that I will be able to understand whatever is happening. If I'm going to raise my arm or stand up to speak, I should be able to speak what is important and what makes my people proud and what is also practical. So I'm not going to be the talkers, but I will ensure that I continuously look for that opportunity to speak out my mind that is based on research, that is based on the interests of my people and of Uganda. That is what I will do. Okay. Yeah. What haven't you liked so far around Parliament or around being an MP? Not really much, but unlike other institutions, being an MP is a big thing in the eyes of the ordinary person. Parliament is like the board of governors of a country. Yes. Yes. But at Parliament, it's more of like a secondary school. Yes. Reporting for school, looking for chairs, looking for where to sit. Yes. Look, I have a feeling, I don't know, maybe I haven't understood it very well, but the level of organization, how an institution like Parliament should be organized. There shouldn't be flexing here and there. It should be come in, get your ID, get this, your office is this one, go and do this, such that there is no moving up and down. Maybe because of limited resources sometimes, but otherwise, and also what I would want also to advise the ordinary people, our people who voted for us, is that apparently we are here now in Parliament to ensure that we run to different entities to get for what they need. Okay. Ministries, where let us have very good structures on ground, political structures. Like me, I have my political assistant,
and I'm forming a structure of political assistants in every sub-county. Yes, if somebody calls me and he cannot get me, then he can call my political assistant in a sub-county and the flow of information happens. And another thing that I have done is that I'm going to be meeting any of my constituents at my office in Kampala from 7 to 11 o'clock every Wednesday. You get it? And I will also be receiving all calls for constituents from 6 in the evening to 9 in the evening. You get it? Whoever calls around that time, I can be able to receive. Then on Wednesday, from 7 in the morning to 11 in the morning, I receive the people at my office who want to bring in their thing. Such that we can have a very serious keep in touch. I'm gonna keep in touch with my people, and I must work for them because they are the ones who made me a member of parliament.
Clear this air as we close. Yes. We heard that this time you people are getting a car, the car fund of 315 million.
Yes. It's true. Is it true?
They have said it. We have not got it. You know, in Africa, we believe on what you have touched. I'm telling you.
So at least they have told you that's what you're getting.
Yeah, they have said we shall get it, and
You
I
are
can
waiting.
assure you, we are waiting, and the people in the village, or the people who voted for us, they want us on their functions. They want us to go there quickly. Sometimes you have 4 or 5 functions on a daily basis when you are in the village. They need us to have good cars such that we are able to traverse the villages and be able to serve them.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
His name is the Honorable Dr. Engineer John Bosco Koy Kariisa. He is the Member of Parliament elect. Actually, he's a Member of Parliament because he even took oath.
Yes.
Representing Buhweju West. We were trying to understand how they are getting into the system as new MPs, and he spoke on behalf of all his other colleagues. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Shafiq and Davis Kamukam and the whole team here. Wish you the best of the evening. Bye-bye.